I'm being invaded by flies. I don't want to film this. I don't want. It's an angry fly. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Yesterday was Saturday and that is my weigh-in day, so I weighed in. Go figure. Last week I weighed in, I don't remember what I weighed in at. Hold please. Okay, last week I weighed in at 199.6, thus tiptoeing into Wonderland ever so slightly. And this week I weighed in at 197.8. So I'm feeling a little more solid about the whole Wonderland status. Really happy, especially since it is Shark Week. So I was really worried that I was going to gain that half pound that put me into Wonderland. So I'm thrilled with the 2 pounds. And I think that has a lot to do with me reining in the whole not tracking every single calorie that I put in my mouth. Not to be obsessive about it, but I was doing a lot of tasting this here, having a bite of my husband's food. Obviously it was adding up. And now that I've reined that back in, I'm happy to say that I lost 1.8 pounds this week. And so basically 2 pounds, really happy. Cool. Sorry if this is a weird vibe. I'm really trying to hurry to do this because my husband's on his way home. Again, he used to like go for hours at his dad's. Like he used to, I don't know what the deal is. Well, probably because he wants to, he was gone all last week, so he wants to get home to get ready for the work week because he's, you know, when you've been off for a week at work and you just are nervous and anticipating the giant workload that you're going to have. Yeah, he's probably doing that. So I found something. This piece of paper is from 1994 into 1995, and this is how I used to track my weight loss. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I will put a still up of it if you can. Probably not. Like there's like stains all over it. It's nasty. But it starts, I don't know where the rest of the pages are. I'm sure they're long, long gone. I'm not sure why this page got kept. But it starts in December 5th, which would have been my brother's birthday. December 5th of 1994. I was 182 pounds. So this is obviously in the height of my weight loss. But before my bulimia, because I did not become bulimic until probably a year later. And it ends in February, no, the very end of January of 95 at 174. And I've got some measurements in here. 1/6/95. My waist was 36.5 inches. That's very little for me. And it's got all kinds of fluctuations, but it's got like this week I lost 4 pounds, 6 pounds, next week 3 pounds, next week. The next week I gained 9 pounds. That looks like it was over Christmas. But then that next week I lost 6 pounds. This is crazy to me. But this is, if I'm remembering this correctly, this was when I was like exercising 3 times a day. I didn't have a job. I think I had also gotten my very first boyfriend at that point, so I probably wasn't eating very much because I was in love. This is just so funny. Anyway, I thought it'd be funny for you guys to see this because it was very amusing for me to find it. I really wish I had all those notebooks that, because I have pages and pages and pages of this stuff. But yeah, how funny. So in 1995, I was my lowest weight on here was 173. Goals. So we'll know that my last knowingly documented lowest weight was 173 in 1995. That's kind of rad. Yeah, I just turned into a teenager. I said rad. I just turned into a teenager again. So last week was pretty good for me, obviously eating-wise. I lost 2 pounds. It was easy for me because my husband was gone. And so for once, I didn't launch into the mentality of I get to eat whatever I want because he's gone, which is stupid because I'm the one that restricts what I eat. He doesn't care. I mean, he'll drop the occasional, maybe we could have a salad with this because he thinks it needs a vegetable, but I don't know. I've always had that mentality, be it a parent, be it a husband, like I can do this because this person's not here. Like, I don't know why. I've always had that weird mentality. And I used to like pig out and like, yeah, do all the bad things when there's no reason to. Anyway, mindset's completely different now. So instead, it was easier because I didn't have to cook for 2 people. I didn't have to rely on, like sometimes I'll get home and he'll have cooked a meal, which is great. I think it's fantastic. But then I'll have to, figure out the calories. Whereas this last week, I knew exactly what I was going to eat and I got home, fixed it. Everything fell into place very easily. It was very easy to count my calories last week. So I was pretty happy about that. The other thing was I did not get a lot of sleep because the dogs usually get up with my husband. And that happens usually at 4 a.m. My husband usually gets up at 4 a.m, takes them out, feeds them. They're on that schedule. So they did not like that I wanted to sleep in at all. So I was up at 4. And then at that point, I was like, there's no real point in trying to get back to sleep. So I just started my workouts and I went into work pretty early last week and then just got out early, which worked out well because it's coming up on car week. Well, it is car week right now, but it was coming up on car week then. And the traffic is just a show when this thing comes to town. It's like, I hate it and I don't even want to. This next week is going to be just horrifying and I'm so scared for it. There's plenty of things worse than sitting in traffic, but it's so aggravating to me and I get so road ragey just sitting there knowing I could be doing better things than sitting in a car. I know, such problems that I have to deal with, but I hate it. So anyway, I went into work early, I got out early, but for some reason I could not get to sleep at night. So that sucked a lot. But he's back now, yay. He had a good time and he didn't do a whole lot. He went to Vegas. He didn't do a whole lot, but he had some PTO that he wanted to use up. And I think I mentioned last week that he knew if he stayed here, because he's set up to work from home, that he'd get sucked into work. So he wanted to physically leave, our town to leave work fully behind. And I did get a little jealous. He was like sending me pictures back home of where he was going, what he was doing. And I did get a little jealous, but we're going to go in February for the 10K portion of the half marathon. So it kind of I was like, okay, focus that into excitement for your trip and not jealousy. It's a struggle trying to be a better person. It really is. Oh, he did buy me this. I'm very excited about this. We're going to work on it. And because we've been doing a lot of these little ones, he's talking about investing in the really big one, the Hogwarts one, like the $400 one. So I'm really excited. And maybe that could be like a reward for me for reaching another milestone. I got myself my very first reward for getting into Onederland. I bought one of those Nuface microcurrent things for your face. That's why it's called Nuface. And I've only used it twice so far. I'm not sure if it's doing anything or not, but I'm left with, I'm kind of jowly, y'all. Like, and this is a thing now. This never happened when I lost weight when I was young. But obviously the elasticity is not what it used to be. So, yeah, so we're hoping to fix this mess. And so time will tell. Anyway, I got the mini one and it was like $150, and that's more than I would ever spend for anything on my face. Obviously, look at my face. But I figured I haven't rewarded myself with anything so far, so I'm gonna do it, and I did it. We'll see. You guys will see the progress. I used it about an hour ago, so I don't know. I don't see any difference, but I may have just wasted $150. But who knows? Maybe it'll just make me feel better about myself. I'm all for placebos. All right, I am so rambling, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So if you liked any part of this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed and you kind of liked what you saw, maybe subscribe. That'd be cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.